Hi everybody, it's Lisa, owner of Peaches Skincare. You can visit us at peachesskincare.com, and I also invite you to follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see a little bit more about who we are, what our beliefs in holistic skincare are, and what my amazing master estheticians can do for you. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. You are in the middle of a Day 7 challenge to challenge you to take better care of your skin and just show you the differences you can see in 7 days. I asked you not to wear any foundation or cover up. That means under eye concealer. That means tinted moisturizer. That's still foundation, ladies and gentlemen. I asked you to drink a lot of water. I forgot to bring my water bottle, but I try to drink about 2 of them a day. Really hydrate yourself. Day 1 was about removing the callus layer. Just like our elbows or the heels of our feet, our skin gets a callus layer on it with all the different layers of problems, bacteria and funguses. We have natural bacteria and fungus always on our skin. It's when we activate it that we have an issue. Day 2 was about nutrition, and I have to make sure I'm looking. Actually, it was about ACV and milk and magnesia. Drinking your apple cider vinegar, getting your gut health clean. Using milk and magnesia to start drying up any acne, to start healing the skin from any diseases of the skin that you may think you have, like rosaceas or eczemas. I do a whole video on that, when really it's just fungus. And then day 3 was about nutrition, cutting your sugar intake, trying not to eat sugar at all. I try really hard to just have a cookie at night. If I'm going to have my sugar, I just have one little item if I can. And Kent's over there laughing at me because I love sugar. I love cupcakes and cookies and cake, but I have to be good. I have to be wise. Being mindful of dairy. I do believe dairy affects the skin. So if you can cut it out, there are so many options available to you now. Day 4 was gua sha, learning to mold your face, learning to really get the blood flowing to it and making it look more supple and more contoured. And then day 5 was facial yoga. I absolutely believe in working the muscles of your face. We do microcurrent in our salons. I believe in it. Find an esthetician to help you to have amazing skin. And now day 6 is about scar tissue, which I do a whole video on, but dark spots and just getting that skin that's starting to come up. So as we remove the callus layer, we're bringing up beautiful, healthy new tissue that hasn't been damaged. We want to make sure we're protecting it with a hat and sunscreen, but we also want to help it to get rid of any of the scar tissue, any of the dark spots, anything that's really bothering us, including acne, or any acneic areas, or any funguses. So I have a couple options for you. I first wanted to talk about castor oil. So if you've been watching my videos, I've been using this on my eyelashes and eyebrows for 2 weeks and I'm blown away. I love it's not a chemical. I love that I can put it on. My eyelashes are so long. I tried to do a picture. We tried to get close. You just can't because my eyelashes are so stick straight, and I do everything I can to get them to curl. It's made my eyebrows stronger, but in talking with my son's beautiful princess, her name is Allie, Allie told me that, hey mama, I used to use castor oil on my scar tissue from having acne when I was a young girl. My mom told me, and I couldn't believe it. I said, and she told me how bad it was and how great her skin was. So I just want to read for you what castor oil does. Now, I haven't used it myself. I'm going to start testing it with a couple people, and if any of you out there want to test it for me and let me know how it did, I'm always looking for natural alternatives to beautiful skin. So it says, healing scars. Castor oil helps repair damaged skin cells and can nourish and heal scars with consistent application. The fatty acids in castor oil penetrate deep into the scar tissue and encourage the growth of healthy tissue around it, which helps scars and blemishes fade away. Note that this will not happen overnight, but if applied daily, scars will begin to fade after a few months. Here's a tip. Apply a pea-size amount to the scar twice a day. Continue applying for up to 1 year for best results. So I'm personally going to be trying this on a couple clients. I'm going to ask my children to try it. My children are adults now. But I just thought this would be something we would start with for what I'm trying to teach you on day 6. The second thing, on healthy, clean skin, so use a cleanser that you love at home. Just make sure that it's filled with organics, that it's a pure antioxidant. I happen to use Restore and then our face food cleanser. You only need a tiny bit. These are really pure products, ladies. So this is the example of how I would use Miracle Mask in the morning. Now, if you don't have Miracle Mask, don't worry. I'm going to go on to another mask as well. Wash your skin, and I just hop out of bed and I wash my face immediately with Restore. I splash my face a few times with cold water and I just wash around. I need to use my mirror. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Wash all the way down your neck and your chest. And remember, there's sebum and there's a lot of gook, if you will, that's on your skin from while you've been sleeping at night, while the skin's been filtering and purging. So that's why I just like to do it in the morning. Now, many of our peaches are thinking, oh my gosh, she says do everything in the shower. Do everything in the shower. This is just something that I added and started doing probably 2 years ago. And I just rinse all of that off. And then I am going to put on Miracle Mask. Now, Miracle Mask is essentially enzymes of pumpkin and papaya, go-to cola, and it has very healing properties of cone flour, forgive me. It's a very healing mask. So the purpose of me putting on in the morning is, one, it can be hydrating and healing. So I want to hydrate. I drink a lot of water when I first wake up. Kent does bring me coffee in bed. I do love my 1 cup of coffee a day, and then the rest of the day I drink herbal tea. But I drink down a lot of water in the morning. To me, it's like my cells are all really dry, like dry little sponges, and I just plump them up by drinking water. So that's what I want to do with my face. Then the second thing I want to do with Miracle Mask is I want to take off any old skin cells that have come forth. Now, old skin cells can look dark. They can look red. They can look flaky. They're old skin cells coming off. You're not having a reaction. You're not peeling or dry. You are peeling, but it's old skin cells coming off. So I take Miracle Mask and I just put it all over my skin. Now, masking is so important. The only problem I have right now with masking is that the market is being inundated with sheet masks, and not all of them are good. I have tested them and they have broken me out. I have had clients come in with really severe reactions and rashes. So please be incredibly mindful of the sheet masks you're using. I don't care if they're from Whole Foods to CVS. Be incredibly mindful. Look at your ingredients and really just do the masks I'm teaching you. Milk of Magnesia, Miracle Mask, and then I'm going to show you the aspirin and Manuka Honey. You really don't need anything else. There are some decent clay masks out there, but so many of the clay masks have added fragrances and things to it that can really harm your skin, that I'm just not finding one that I'm loving right now. We are working on a Camphor mask, and I'll be going over that. Now, any extra mask, I'll rub it on my hands because I really want my hands to keep looking good. I suppose I could rub it all over my body. Now, I let Miracle Mask sit while I make the bed, while I go in and get my baby, my dog, his little treat. While I'm cleaning the dishes and just kind of doing things before we go take the dog for the walk. This is prior to my shower. So let's pretend that I've had it on maybe 20 minutes. I'm going to rinse it off. And I know many of you have seen me rinse off Miracle Mask before, but hey, 7-day challenge. I guess I have kind of a strong touch when I take it off, and I always use 100% cotton washcloth. I keep cotton washcloths in all my bathrooms, even in my guest bathroom for people to use when they visit. I guess not a lot of people are visiting right now. But I use a new washcloth whenever I touch my face. I use it to put my apple cider vinegar on. Be mindful of what you're using. You don't want anything that's going to collect bacteria and fungus like some of these towels and some of these buff puffs and things. So that's Miracle Mask. And you can tell from me just doing it, I don't know if you can see it, just how great your skin looks. Now, I tend to make a lot of expressions, so I'm always working on my neck and just really cleaning that off, and Miracle Mask will do that as well. So that is Miracle Mask. Remember, we're talking about scar tissue, blemishes, acneic scars that have come up, or age spots. So the second thing, we also showed you castor oil, is aspirin and Manuka Honey. I'm really impressed with this mask. It's a little trick that I've used for years. When I was a young girl, I used to mix honey and milk and an egg white together, and that really absorbed oil. I actually really liked that. So it was a tablespoon of honey, a tablespoon of milk, and an egg white. And you can do that, but I find this to be an even better mask. So I have this little thing called a pustule. I think that's the right term. And I take 6 aspirin. Now, I just got these, I can't remember if my husband got these online for me or if we got them at Costco. So they're just bare aspirin, but they don't have a lot of coating on them because we want to really make sure we crush them up. I take 6 of them. Sometimes I put 7 or 8 because, you know, as women, we all think the more the better, I guess. And I just crush them up. And I'm going to show you because I've showed you this mask before, but a couple people have asked, how do I put it on? And aspirin can be pretty affordable. So if you live somewhere where you can't really get a lot of these things, I hope you have aspirin. If I show you my products, please know I just believe in them. I've been making them for over 30 years. They're based on a Harvard University study. They're pure antioxidants. They're what your skin needs. And I back them up 100%. But I also know that if you comment to me kindly or if you email us, I can help you through anything. Also, I know that these are going to last you for months. This little bottle will last you 5 months because you use so little of it. It's not all watered down with things that shouldn't be in the bottle. It's just pure antioxidants of what you need. Of course, we have a little water in it because you have to. Okay, so we are taking the aspirin and I've really smushed it up the best I can or ground it up the best I can. Try to get it as ground up as you can. And then I take it and I pour it into this little bowl. And you can use this little spoon if you like. And these masks can be worn every day. If you're new to my channel, I wear milk of magnesia to bed every single night, and I have for 30 years. But I also told you the other day that a lot of the milk of magnesia is being manufactured now. Some of them are not good. We're just finding this out. I don't know how they can do it, but they're just not mixing them with pure magnesium. So you want to make sure that, I think it's only CVS brand, Kroger brand, and oh gosh, I think it was an Earth something, and forgive me, just go back and look at that. But I do wear milk of magnesia every night. I do this aspirin mask, gosh, for the whole time that we were in quarantine. I think we started in March. I think I did it April and May pretty much every day or every other day. I really like to overdo things because I want to make sure that it's not going to cause a problem on you. So I just realized that I used my spoon, but this is my honey, so no one else uses it. I got this Manuka Honey. Manuka Honey is really expensive, so I try to buy the biggest that I can. I try to make sure that it's organic, that it's the best Manuka Honey I can find. I don't think Manuka Honey can be bad. Some of you might comment that it is. And you just use, I would say, about a teaspoon of it. I do not use this whole tablespoon. And I put it right inside the aspirin, right in this dish. And the honey will kind of adhere to the aspirin as you work it around. I guess I'm going to have to touch a little bit of it. Okay. And then what I do is I actually use the spoon. So aspirin is anti-inflammatory. It's going to help with scar tissues and it's going to help dry up acne. The difference between it and milk and magnesia is going to keep your pores clean. If your pores have oil or dirt and sebum in them, dirt, oil, a dead, dry skin, it really keeps it pulled out. Pores don't open and close, but they get tighter. So it keeps them nice and clean. It's very healing. It also dries up acne. But aspirin actually dries up acne, is also very healing in a very different way. And the Manuka honey is incredibly healing to the face as well. So what I do is I take the back of the spoon and I just put it on. Now I like to get way up by my eye. I try not to tug, but I try to get way up by my eye. And I'm just gonna keep putting this on while you're watching. I try to go down my neck. I try to go down my nose, but I really try not to touch it with my fingers. I just try to use the spoon the best that I can. And it's actually pretty easy. I think the worst thing is I'll get a little bit in my hair. No big deal. I like to get up on my forehead. I'm always working upward because as an esthetician, that's what I've been taught. I think you just heard Kent looking at one of my videos. Forgive me. Okay, I'm gonna go up. I get right under my eyes, right next to my eyes. And I actually will go over my eyelids a lot of times because if you've watched me, I tell you how I can, that's really where I carry my allergies, especially as I'm getting older. And I just go all over. And then I'm going to go to my chin. I do go over my lips as well, but for the sake of the video, I won't do that. And then I love to go actually up my neck. So I'll go up your neck with the spoon. Just like so. Now, as I said, I know Manuka honey can be expensive, and for some of you, that might not even be a choice, but maybe you can go in with friends on some Manuka honey. Each of you take a little bit in a little container. But I'll tell you, it's so worth it. And for gosh, anywhere from maybe $16 to $23 to $40. It's actually less expensive than a lot of masks out there that don't do anything. And even though some of these sheet masks are affordable, some are ridiculously expensive, please be mindful of them. I'm amazed at some of the ingredients that are in them. I have seen where they've burned people's skin or irritated them. So go with a sheet mask that has been recommended to you. I don't have one that I love except the Karuna hydrating one that we sell and we have on our website. I just have not had any issues with it. So this is how I do Manuka honey. And I just make sure that it's all over my skin. I let this sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. When I'm done, I rinse my face, and if it's time for my evening shower, I shower and I do all of my steps. If I've done it in the morning, I do it before my morning shower, and I do all of my steps, which would be exfoliating to loosen, cleansing to feed the skin, polishing to refine the skin. I may even do baking soda. Then I want to put on my apple cider vinegar or my apple cider vinegar toner to kill any more fungus and bacteria and set the stage for my pH toner that's going to put the pH of my skin at a perfect pH. I then do any Persagel that I might do or monostats, but then I put on my vitamin C. I leave my vitamin C on for about 10 minutes and then I do my eye cream and my moisturizer. So you can see the guidelines for my facial and what I do in past videos, but the point is that Manuka honey and aspirin or miracle mask are done prior to doing all your steps. Don't let people tell you that you don't need steps, that you don't need a regime. You do. You've got to take care of this beautiful organ of your body, your skin, the largest organ of the body. And the better you take care of it, the gentler you are to it, the more that you get blood flowing to it and nurture it, you are going to have remarkable skin. If you're in your 20s, it's going to look beautiful as you get older. And if you're older, you can absolutely reverse the aging process. I heard someone on a YouTube channel the other day, She said you can't reverse the aging process. You can't reverse age damage. That's so not true. If that was true, I wouldn't be in business. So this is going to help your acne. This is going to help your brown spots, anything that's really bothering you on your skin. But with anything that I recommend, remember these are my personal views on taking care of hundreds of thousands of skin care clients over more than 32 years. And it's also something that you need to be consistent with, just like working out or eating healthy. If you have any comments, please comment below. I love talking to all of you. Be kind and be loving. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I would really ask you to please subscribe so that it shows up more on YouTube and I can touch more people and help them with their skin, no matter the age. I hope you all stay healthy and stay beautiful naturally.